Well, we're now talking about mental health well-being here on the SABC News Desk. Yoga is indeed an ancient practice that brings together harmony of the mind and body. It incorporates breathing exercises, meditation, and poses designed to encourage relaxation and reduce stress. Tai Chi, on the other hand, is a highly accomplished Chinese martial art, which is easily recognized by its slow and graceful movements, self-defense, and spiritual growth. For more, we have Mr Anton Van Niekerk from the South African Taijiquan Institute to help us unpack the physical and mental benefits of yoga and Tai Chi. Good afternoon, Anton, and it's a pleasure to have you with us right here in Auckland Park.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Anton, yoga has become so embedded in mainstream culture, but of course it's much more than about flexibility and the perfect yoga pose. What is actually the true purpose of this 5,000-year-old practice?
I would say the asanas, the postures that one goes into yoga, creates stillness and massages internal organs, bringing sort of a balance and harmony within. And also it relaxes the mind and it creates that calmness which we seek in our hectic lives.
Yes, for beginners of yoga, there seems to be such a great deal of choice out there. It can even become a little bit intimidating, I must admit. I mean, there's Bikram, there's Hatha, there's Yin. How would you select the one that's ideal for you?
It depends on what your purpose is. If you want something a bit more physical and more of a workout, something like Ashtanga yoga would be recommended. If you want something that's a bit more calming and a little bit more slower, Hatha yoga would then be recommended. So it depends on what your objectives are.
All right, there are so many studies showing that yoga is just as effective or even more effective than psychiatric medication even. How does yoga impact on our mental health well-being?
I think just for the mind to be still and quiet with the breathing actually helps to relax the central nervous system, which a lot of medications takes a while to achieve. And this is a very natural way of achieving that calmness within.
All right, let's get into Tai Chi. What does this entail? Because it's also much more than an ancient martial arts art form.
Yes, definitely. Very similar to yoga, except here we have very more flowing movements, where in yoga you have more postures that you remain in. And with the flowing movements, you also get a very natural flow with movements. Massaging internal organs, very similar to yoga, boosting your immune system, very good for your balance, not just your physical balance, but balance between mind, body and soul.
I have to ask this, does a vegetarian diet at all complement practices like yoga and Tai Chi for that matter?
Most definitely, because it's very good on the digestive system and also it's a lot healthier. So we try and encourage people to be vegetarian where possible.
What are some of the trends that you're seeing at the Taijiquan Institute? Are more people being attracted to these kind of art forms? What can you tell us?
I would say because we're living such hectic and stressful lifetimes, people are seeking alternatives. And also a lot of our mainstream gyms are now offering these practices, making it more accessible to everyone to practice.
Why would you recommend to somebody out there to get involved in Tai Chi and yoga at this juncture?
The benefits are so many. I would definitely say it's just to go back to basics, still quieten the mind, which we don't get in our everyday life. Being so hectic and especially in bigger cities like Joburg, you really don't have the stillness that you need to create that harmony within. And the practice does bring that.
Right here on the SABC News Desk, we covered recently a story about somebody who was taking yoga into the township of Khayelitsha. Now, how are you building awareness when it comes to our less affluent areas who might not have been, many there might not have even been exposed to yoga or Tai Chi in the first place?
Well, where we can, we try and spread the word. Also, on my personal level, I try and create classes without charging, make it free and more accessible to everyone. So, and I also encourage my students to spread the word and, practice what they preach.
How would somebody listening out there who's interested in one of your classes get a hold of you?
Well, you can Google. You can also go onto various websites and just log in the word Tai Chi and see what comes up. I'm sure there will be something in your area.
Thank you. This is Mr. Anton Van Niekerk from the South African Taijiquan Institute. I've really enjoyed meeting you this afternoon, Anton, and do hope to see more of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.